Welcome back to the Money Bunker at Value Rich TV. During this tough economic times, one of the most difficult things is to raise money for charities. But we should all try and double our efforts because charities need our help more than ever. My next guest is my sister, Elizabeth Kerr from Chesterton, Indiana. We discovered my nephew, her son, Adam, had juvenile diabetes. Elizabeth, how did it change the family?
The dynamic changed greatly. We did try to keep life at home as normal as possible, but it has an effect. It has an effect on the child. It has an effect on the family.
He was a normal kid. Nothing was noticed. All of a sudden, juvenile diabetes comes into your life.
Right. Some red flags: weight loss, significant weight loss, unquenchable thirst. In a 2-week period of time, Adam dropped 15 pounds. And this was over Christmas break when we were able to actually watch this transformation. He became very lethargic and basically laid on the couch for the entire Christmas break. Knowing something was not quite right, took him to the pediatrician and he was diagnosed with diabetes. Our next step was the emergency room, where we spent 5 days getting a crash course in care.
5 days in the emergency room after diagnosis.
He was post-emergency room. He was admitted, and we spent 5 days under hospital care.
It changed the family, obviously changed the sibling relationship because they've all got to watch out for him. He doesn't have the same, if you will, freedom. He has to check his blood sugars constantly, I would imagine.
Correct. Anywhere from 7 to 10 times a day, blood sugars have to be checked, and he has to compensate for high blood sugars, low blood sugars, either through glucose tablets on a low blood sugar. On the high end, we have to correct with insulin.
Now, you've undertaken raising money because obviously every charity needs help for research and also to create awareness, because I'm sure you're not the only family in Chesterton that's suffering. How were you able to raise money in this challenging economic time?
Shortly after his diagnosis in 2003, I started Families for a Cure, a not-for-profit organization. The very first year, he was diagnosed in January. In June of that year, I started what was called Swim for a Cure. It was a pool party to bring local families together. Did silent auction type of event, and we were able to raise significant dollars. We've done that event 4 different times, and just recently I moved it to an indoor venue, and we've done Carnival for a Cure, which is a carnival theme event that I host indoors.
Are most of the people who participate, are they family members of people who have juvenile diabetes, or is it neighbors that are supportive of your efforts? What's the typical blend of people that come?
It is all of that. Everybody on my committee has a link to the disease, but the community from the get-go was hugely supportive and came out en masse.
Is the website available? Can somebody help now if they're watching you on streaming video? How can they help your efforts?
You can help children with juvenile diabetes by going to jdrf.org.
jdrf.org. Let me make sure they hear that. jdrf.org.
And why JDRF? Because JDRF commits 85 cents of every dollar to research initiatives and to bring us what we're desperate for, a cure.
Well, and that's the most important part of this segment, the cure. Researching diseases, whether it's stem cell research, we can make a difference in people's lives. But up until the point of a cure, we should all rally as a community to help groups like this. I know my little Adam was an ambassador and came to Washington, D.C., where we hosted him at embassy parties as a young ambassador, promoting not only the wellness, but also to show that every child, no matter how stricken, can bounce back, have a near normal life, participate in sporting activities, and be 99.9% healthy as any other child in the community. Watch for the warning signs. If your family is likely to have a historic, if you will, a predisposition, get your child tested, but more importantly, help the community. JDRF.org is the website. Go online. They'll direct you to local chapters in your state. But it is a very, very important cause, and we hope you'll join us in saving lives and supporting Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Thank you.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on?